Hello everybody and welcome to another video here on the channel with the recent announcement trailer of Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 coming to all platforms in a classic collection with updated remastered graphics and new online game modes. A lot of people, including me, is super excited to play these games all over again. But hey, I didn't want to wait, so I cracked out my Battlefront 1 and 2, and today we're going to take a look back at those classic games and see how they play and do they still hold up today. So if you guys are new to the channel, please do me a massive favor. We're building a lot of subscribers here on the channel, but still we can only grow with your help. So if you please do me a massive favor, smash that thumbs up button because it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and hit that subscribe button, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So let's just jump right into the video. Alright guys, so we're gonna talk about the GOATs, Battlefront 1 and 2. Wait a second, hold on. I almost had you there for a second, didn't I? No, we're talking about these Battlefront games. That's right, we're talking about the GOATs, Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2. These games, EA, sorry, nah, get out of here. We don't want you. We want the good games, the games that are getting the classic collection remastered treatment, the games that fans absolutely love. One thing that I really enjoyed about the original Xbox and the PlayStation 2 generation was that we had a massive amount of different Star Wars games. The Xbox had a large amount. PlayStation 2 did too, but there were some exclusives on the Xbox that didn't go over to PlayStation 2. There was a large amount of great Star Wars games to find on both consoles. I mean, just look at all these different Star Wars games. I mean, you have Battlefront 1 and 2, which is absolutely goated. We have Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, which is a fantastic game. And I actually just started replaying this the other day, and I just had a fantastic time playing. I think the Clone Wars game is criminally underrated. Republic Commandos is a phenomenal game where you play as the clone trooper commandos on the front line. It has a very Halo and Doom kind of feel to it. It's FPS. It's absolutely an amazing game. And what's so good about these games is the majority of these games have been ported to PlayStation, ported to Nintendo Switch. All these games are backwards compatible on the Xbox Series X, so you can even pop in Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2 into your Xbox Series X and just replay these games. You got Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, you have the Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy game. Like, there was so many different Star Wars games to be found on the original Xbox, and a lot of these are also on the PlayStation 2. You know, the Knights of the Republic games are, but Republic Commando is, you know, the Battlefront games are. There's just so many different games that you can find back in that generation. It's the complete opposite of what we get today. Like, now really all we have is the Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order games, which those games are phenomenal, but man, it takes so long to develop video games. Like, it's crazy. Believe it or not, Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2 came out within a year apart. The first Battlefront game came out September 21st, 2004, and Battlefront 2 came out the following year on October 31st of 2005. So it's just crazy how development cycles on games back then were so much faster, and we didn't have to wait almost an entire generation cycle just to get a sequel to a game that we absolutely love. And that was really what I enjoyed about old school gaming compared to now, where everything is so graphic based and all that, and everything has to look ultra realistic, that we don't really get games as fast as we did back in the day. And just because games were developed fast back then doesn't mean the games were bad. Republic Commandos was an awesome game, and when you play Battlefront 1 and 2, because those are the two games that we're going to talk about today. Battlefront 1 came out, like I said, in 2004. Battlefront 2 came out in 2005. Here's both the complete in box experience here, guys, so you can kind of see the back covers and everything. That kind of bothered me. I wish they were both the same spine rather than the yellow one. And of course I have them both complete in box. And I started replaying these the other day when they announced the Classic Collection was announced, because I wanted to go back and replay it. And with the games being backwards compatible on the Xbox Series X, everything has been optimized, so the graphics are better, the frame rate is better, and I just wanted to go back and kind of replay these games to see how they held up today, because I see everybody just losing their mind about this Classic Collection. So I wanted to go back and replay these games and what made these games so special. They gave you the ability to play the war that we see lived up on the big screen in our home. We were able to play those stories that we got to see when we went to the theater and we saw the Galactic Senate and all that stuff, and we got to see the clone troopers attack the droid army. We wanted to be able to play that in our home. We wanted to relive that, retell that, and I think that Battlefront 1 did a very good job of doing that. Both games are considered action adventure third-person shooters. Later on, when they went ahead and did a reboot by EA, they were also third-person, but you can switch into a first-person perspective. I will actually come out and say this in defense of Battlefront 2. I actually really kind of enjoyed that game. I loved the story mode. The first one I felt like just fell flat. It felt like a very quick money grab, in my opinion. There wasn't a whole lot of features. I did not pick it up day one. I waited for that game to come out, go on sale. When it got down to like, I think 25 bucks, I picked it up. Battlefront 2 was a day one purchase for me. I really enjoyed that game because I liked the story of Iden Versio, the leader of the Inferno Squad, who actually turned into a rebel and helped fight in the Battle of Jakku. I enjoyed that story, and I enjoy still playing that game today. But Battlefront 1 and 2, what those games did that was so special was they put you in the front line. You get to choose the Rebel Alliance, the Galactic Empire, and you can go through and actually just re-experience these battles, and they tell the story of Star Wars through these battles, which is absolutely awesome. The gunplay holds up very, very well today. And the first game, I thought, did a really good job establishing all the mechanics and the gameplay in the different modes. There was 32-player online multiplayer on PC, as well as split screen and multiplayer on consoles like the Xbox, and it was a really good game, just kind of establishing the mechanics. But I think they really hit the nail on the head when it came to the second game, because they added all types of new features. They took everything that worked in the first game and then they really expanded it on the second game. You get to play as and follow the 501st Legion, and you get to play through the whole Star Wars campaign as the 501st Legion, which is also known as Vader's Fist. And you get to play through the campaign as those group of soldiers. And a lot of the things that they really expand upon was there were space battles now. You got to play as hero characters, so you get to play as Jedi, which was awesome. There was new enhanced features for their multiplayer. And when it comes to the second game and all these new mechanics that they add, it really enhanced the gameplay. Playing as a Jedi absolutely felt fantastic. Just running through and seeing what's going on right up prior to the Order of 66, that really was something that was awesome, because you get to fight alongside these Jedi, and you actually get to play as the Jedi. So when Order 66 kind of happened, it just gives you a different feeling, because this is something that we saw on screen and now we get to play it. So I really enjoyed that. I really had a lot of fun going back and playing these games. Like, I was actually surprised how well they held up. Even when I was looking at the announcement trailer for the Classic Collection, I was like, man, these games look really good still today. The one thing that was kind of concerning to me was the gameplay mechanics, because it's been a while since I played these games, and when I went back and replayed Battlefront 1, like, it played fine, but it was like missing some quality life things. Like, I couldn't roll, I could duck, and I couldn't dodge any gunfire. But when I popped in the second game, I was happy to find out that they actually did add a dodge and roll mechanic, which might not seem like a big deal to a lot of people, but it was a big deal to me, because I felt like I was too stationary in that first game. But playing the second game and being able to dodge and roll, that actually helped out a lot, because I could dodge between cover, I can dodge between being blasted. So that dodge button absolutely helped a lot. I absolutely suck at the space battles. Like, I tried, I am just awful at space battles. And to be honest with you, I'm awful at the space battles in the current Battlefront 2 game as well. I'm just not good at space battles. I think it's cool, I think it's awesome, I just suck at it. But playing as the Jedi, to me, was the thing I enjoyed the most. I loved playing as the Jedi, just going through and just ripping through my enemies. Like, it was an awesome experience. So overall, Battlefront 1 and 2, do these games hold up? I would have to say, yeah, they do. There's a reason why they're doing a remastered classic collection, because the games are still good today. And you add some new online features and you put these things on multi-platforms, yes, this is like a no-brainer. This was something that should have been done years ago, to be honest with you. So I am personally looking forward to the classic collection. It's a day one purchase for me. Hopefully you guys pick it up too, but I want to know what you guys think. Please leave a comment in the comment box below. How do you guys feel about the original Battlefront 1 and 2? Do you think these games still hold up today? Will you be picking up the Battlefront Classic Collection when it gets released? Leave those comments in the comment box below. Smash that like and subscribe button. Until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and thank you for watching.